Hey everyone, this is Jemmy with Curve the Cube, and this is a special bonus episode of the podcast because this episode was actually recorded all the way back in January, and I just got permission from Kevin Rolston of the KVJ Show to release it, and I'm really excited, and the timing couldn't be any better because we're right at the 1 year anniversary of the campaign, the Save the KVJ Show campaign that spawned KVJ Nation and brought our show back onto the air. So anyways, I'm gonna shut up now and let the real intro occur because it's really, really great. But I had to at least explain why I didn't know what episode this would be. So enjoy it. Happy anniversary, KVJ Nation. I'm so proud of everybody and I love you all, and Bigfoot is real. Well, hello there. This is Jemmy from Curve the Cube, put on by Flintstone Media. I actually don't know what episode of the podcast this is as I'm recording because I'm not 100% sure it's going to be released. And the reason for that is because in this episode of the podcast, it's a very off-the-cuff, completely out of the ordinary podcast. A bunch of KVJ Nation folks were out with the KVJ Show at the South Florida Fair on Friday, the very first opening day of the fair. And after the podcast, after several drinks, Kevin sat down with myself and a couple other members of the show and just really let loose on this recording. And what's cool about it is, this wasn't even my idea. Shawntai, a longtime fan of KVJ Show and one of the most prominent members of the nation, she started asking Kevin some questions about Miami and all of that drama and jazz, and she really does an amazing job interviewing Kevin and really getting him to open up. So I just let her fly. She was fantastic and hysterical and a little bit tipsy. Okay, we're all a lot tipsy. And yeah, we just had a really great time recording this. It was so much fun. So a lot of you guys, especially if you're a member of the KVJ Nation or a South Florida fan of the KVJ Show in general, you guys have some questions about everything that went down when they moved to Miami. That unfortunate season in all of our lives, and this podcast provides some of those answers. So tune in, listen, get ready to laugh, and cover your hair and your eyes. It gets a little bit crazy. Enjoy.
Curve the Cube will now initiate.
Part of this too.
All right, it's recording.
So Kevin, what was it like when you recognized that you guys had the KVJ Nation?
You had the band, the loudest part of their set kicked up right when you asked that fucking question, which is awesome.
What was it like when you guys felt like everything was falling to shit? Miami, all these dreams that were promised. We're losing our jobs. We don't know what to do. You guys don't even know that you have the following like us. Jimmy and Carla started the KVJ Nation, and we just took over the airwaves. We bombarded everybody. Duffy's, remember all the sponsors, everybody. What was that feeling like when you recognized that you got that kind of fan base?
So do you want it that moment, or do you want
yes,
like
I want to know
before?
what was your first like, holy shit, these people absolutely love and adore us.
And what are we leaving for?
What are we gonna do?
Well, I mean, for us, it was a big sense of redemption because we'd gone from a big high to the lowest of lows.
Made you humble, maybe?
We didn't have ego about anything we ever did.
No,
How
I
long
don't
did it
believe
take
that.
to kick in though? Like what was
realize how
happening,
many
what we were doing? Because once it started, it was a matter of 2-3 days before we found out who to contact. Cox Broadcasting, Cox Media, we hit up every single one of their Facebook pages. Like we were all over the place. Duffy's, all the sponsors, stop promoting this. Like
It was surprising and it was assuring because I think, you know, when we had the ratings in West Palm, it was like, okay, well, just, you know, maybe this is just where people settled because they're accustomed to it. We didn't know how loyal people were.
14 years of me listening is pretty loyal.
right.
And then, you know, when we had our struggles in Miami, it was a complete 180 because when we got down there, we were treated like we weren't shit, and there was nothing that we could do that was going to be good. And it was discouraging. It was tough, to battle back.
That'd be very disappointing.
It was
Especially
tough.
coming from that big high.
It was tough because to me, it's almost like we didn't get a chance to play our game. We never did.
That's true, but I feel like what I'm getting at is like, I feel like with KVJ Nation, that's all I'm speaking on, is how KVJ Nation has grown. Excuse me, I'm drunk. You all know that.
We wouldn't expect anything less.
But I want to know how that moment felt when you recognized
I'll cut right to that moment.
Right.
Cutting right to that moment, it was awesome for us and surprising, humbling, I think was the biggest part. Because we had no idea. At that point, we didn't know where we were, where we stood, but when we got that kind of response, it was huge for us in many different ways because one, not only we said, to me, the biggest thing now with media, it's not about having a job at a radio station or a TV station or wherever you are. It's about owning and having an audience. Yes. And that's when I first realized that. And I said, you know what? We don't need a radio station because we have an audience.
You guys could go anywhere.
It doesn't matter what we do, where we are.
We all were putting together a petition to pay for podcasting.
Yeah, we were
everybody will put $1
because
a day.
this is new media. This is new media, and the game has changed. You're right, because now you need an audience, and if you have an audience, you will survive. And when I saw that, I'm like, you know what, guys? We have an audience.
And that's why 97.9 was the smartest people in the
most
world
important thing. And
to pick it up.
Well, they went against the grain because they owned the #1 show in the morning in West Palm Beach with Jennifer Ross, who, by the way, God bless
Ross
it.
has been, I've heard her for years.
Jennifer Ross is
I love her.
phenomenal.
She's such a nice person.
And I mean,
And
my
Kevin, the old Kevin.
Kevin Kitchens and all them. I mean,
Kevin
she's an icon.
Oh my God, it's Friday.
So if you're WRMF, how do you ever think of moving Jennifer Ross off of the biggest signal in South Florida?
She was very graceful about that.
But I feel like that they took us so seriously. That's to me the biggest thing.
Well,
When
it
went
was.
to no, not just that. WRMF saw what the hell was happening.
Yeah.
KVJ Nation was taking over, and we weren't stopping. Jennifer Ross is great. She did not have the following that the KVJ show.
Amping it up.
We didn't stop. We were relentless. They would have been the stupidest people in the world not to see what was happening, that you guys were the #1 rated show in this area, #1 hands down. Every event that's happening now in Palm Beach County, Harborside Place, everything is dominated by KVJ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
Period.
I'm not gonna know.
And they were the smartest people for picking you guys up and recognizing what the people wanted.
No, I'm not going to deny that. I mean, we could have been the highest rated show that never wound up on the radio again.
Exactly.
I'm not.
It was headed that direction. I was actually thinking about that.
No, it was heading that direction. It was heading that direction. I mean, it's
airwaves.
No, you're totally right. We all realize that. I mean, we know. We almost close every single podcast when you guys are around saying we acknowledge that. I mean, we're 6 months deep into this, and we still acknowledge it, saying we know it, we all get it. I mean, ratings didn't matter. Your popularity in a sense didn't matter. What mattered was the audience, and the audience spoke up. And without the audience speaking up, then I don't know where I am or what I'm doing today. But like I said, we've been the highest rated show to not be on a radio station.
I think you need to move down there to appreciate.
I think it would be
That's how I feel.
to say that the KVJ show is probably the highest rated show in Florida as far as radio goes.
I agree.
I would, honestly, I can't argue. I mean, as far as the dimensions of it,
You know who I heard say something about that was the guy from Real Radio, the Love Doctors, that station. My roommate, he listens to that. I guess the guy's name is Dr. Glenn.
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah.
And he said that the highest rated show in Florida, in his opinion, was the KVJ show.
No way.
Actually,
he said that on the air.
Let us into your lives.
Yeah, no,
That's the cool thing about everything. And we're connected. We know everything about your kids, your wife, I mean, that's
And how
the
she
most.
hasn't showered for a month.
Which I don't either, by the way.
Well, I
Kim, shower.
Me and Kim are BFFs.
Sorry, Kim.
I think the experiment into that, you know, and for other radio shows, is not any brilliance of anybody on the show. It's just a matter of the fact of saying communities want to connect with each other, and we probably have done more to open that gateway to allow people to connect with one another. I
Well,
mean,
most shows they're syndicated, and Ricky Smiley. Okay, he was broadcasting out of
talented
your
guy.
station,
Funny
99
show.
Jams.
Yeah.
But he's in Atlanta.
right.
You don't get
well,
to
he's
see and
actually in
connect.
Birmingham, I believe.
Well,
I
you
thought he was in
don't
yeah.
get to see, connect. You don't have any type of relationship with
Right,
any of the people
right.
that you hear on the
but
regular
funny
basis.
and very talented. Yes.
Great
Right.
people, but with you
Yeah.
guys, we
Good
get
people,
to
yeah.
interact, and
Yeah.
we have access to you. We have your cell phone number. We can text you. We can communicate, and you're a part of our lives.
No,
and that's what's so fabulous about it, that we share everything. This morning, when
You're right.
the pregnancy announcement came out, all of us set our alarms to 7:25, and in tears. You know what I mean? We're a part of your lives. You're a part of our lives. You know about us. We're connected, and that's the most amazing thing out of all of this experience.
I
Yeah.
hope Virginia gets on board
Yeah.
with the boy, because
She's on
I always
board.
wanted a
She's
girl.
totally on
I did.
board.
I wanted a girl all my life, and then
She knows
I
she
had
want
two
a
boys,
baby Kev.
but then he gave me a granddaughter, and that to me is
Well, all the stuff for her present today was boy related to try to gear her up into getting excited. Because
She only wanted that girl because
it was in her head already.
Panda
That's how
had
she
said
felt.
the
That's how she
Coco.
felt.
They didn't have the name.
And that's how she felt. So
Look,
you know.
and I put it on Facebook. The very first time I met Panda, I told him, I'm going to get you pregnant. I'm not kidding you. I said, I'm going
You're
to
gonna
make
get
it
Panda
happen.
pregnant?
No,
Is
I'm
that
going
what
to
I
make it
hear?
happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to Virginia. This needs to happen. You need a child. We're having a boy.
Right.
He, after we found out this morning, he messaged me, love you, girl. Like,
Right.
yes. Like,
I actually- and
that
this
was
is
my
a little
number.
known-
from the-
actually-
that's my husband. I introduced him to my boyfriend as my
brother is
husband.
the only person
Right,
who knows
no.
this. But I actually, before I knew you guys, I actually was considering being Virginia's surrogate.
No
Because
way,
of how,
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
because of how much I know that she was concerned about her age, but she knew that Hannah really wanted a child. And I was just a fan at the time. So I'm like, I can't approach this out of nowhere and not sound like a complete epic lunatic. So I'm going to keep this to myself.
I know. I know
I
exactly how
never
you
told her.
feel.
Like, how the hell do you tell someone that?
I know exactly how you feel. 'Cause
No,
you feel
yeah,
close
but
to
no,
them, but they don't
yeah,
know that a
exactly.
lot.
I feel like
They don't know
them.
you,
And she
but you
shared
know
so much
them.
about like how she felt
Right,
about the whole thing, and
yeah.
it touched me, and you know, and at the time, this was before Jordan. So at the time,
Right.
I didn't know if I was gonna have kids of my own. So I was like,
Wow.
well, if I can
How
do
about
that
that?
for someone
That's
else,
awesome.
yeah,
That's very
He's
cool.
a beautiful boy.
yeah, she's gonna.
He really is.
They're gonna be
No,
awesome.
your boy is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Has she ever showed you how big she was?
Oh, I was like
Out to
ridiculous
here.
big. I'll pull. Hold on. No, you know.
Literally.
I was ridiculous. It looks like I swallowed
Out to
a
here.
flipping missile. And no one on the podcast.
And you're tiny.
I think I might put this on the podcast. I don't know, but no, whoever's listening to this, wherever this is going to end up.
Yeah, where is
obviously
this going to
can't
end
see
up?
this. I don't know.
You can
I
I
didn't
just
hear
randomly
this.
said, "Hey, can I?"
You have to edit
record
it.
I'm
this?
talking about this.
I know. I just said, "Hey, randomly, can I record this?" That's me when I was pregnant, right before I was going to pop.
Whoa!
There's only one in there?
Only one.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
And she lived upstairs.
I lived on the 3rd floor.
There's one in there.
I used to have to drag all
Look,
my own
Shawntai,
groceries
you had no extra
upstairs,
weight on
all
you.
of my
Holy
own,
shit.
everything.
You had no extra
Yeah, I
weight
was-
on you, but
I
your
was by
belly.
What did you do?
myself, so-
Swallow a Volkswagen?
I know.
You had
Wow.
no weight on you.
That was
No,
one
yeah,
baby?
no, it was funny. Yeah, just one. I would be in Target, and then people behind me would be walking down the aisle, and I turn to get
Wow.
something, people were like, "Oh my god!" Because they couldn't see from
That is
behind.
big for one. That is.
Yeah.
But you're tiny. That
Yeah,
probably looked even bigger.
yeah. Oh, it was huge. I don't think that's gonna.
I went up there.
Look at Terry's badge.
I know, I said.
We all had something going on.
Awesome.
I want this.
What? I love pictures, not just
Do you
photos.
need this? Do you need this back?
See that?
Kevin, do you need yours back?
Yeah, I like that.
I will, yeah, before I leave.
Dang
Yeah.
it.
I know,
You
yeah.
really don't have big eyes, but you say.
Yeah, I gotta come back for a couple videos and stuff. Yeah.
You didn't have to wake up so damn
I'm gonna send
early.
this picture.
No, I did. I
My
still
friend?
did. You know, honestly, on the weeknights, When you wake up on Monday morning,
But it
for
will
us,
for her?
for me,
Because of one little
it's show
thing.
until Friday. It's
Until
nonstop.
Friday?
You show, work, sleep whenever you can. Show.
Well, I heard you say you had to plan the Buckeyes, like being able to even watch it. Like,
It was
you had
tough,
to
yeah.
schedule that in.
I had to actually cancel and block out a whole day. And I had to record it, so I was fast forwarding the whole thing. For 2 hours, I had to block out a whole day.
Right. Just to pencil that in. I feel you.
Pencil it in, yeah. I have no free time. Like today is like an oddity. Like this is the extreme oddity of my life. Like this
I told
never
him because
happens.
you were in the bathroom, like, yeah, this is like relaxed Kev. Like, this is
Never happens.
never happens.
This
Like,
happens
enjoy
once.
this moment.
This happens once a year. This is like Christmas. Yeah.
Hey, I had
Yay, I'm glad we're spending it together.
Yes. This
Anyway.
never happens. This
I
is
have
not
a friend,
where I am.
Kevin.
So, wait, hold on, we're talking.
What's that?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, we're talking about Miami.
Miami.
How the
Okay.
living was. And I was really rooting for you to move in with the gay dude, honestly.
Oh my God.
I thought he'd be
Not a badass house? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
he'd be badass house.
You know what happened with that? What happened with that was I thought it was gonna be all good. It was actually a nice place, almost in between, because you know where he lived,
Right.
Wilton Manors, and the radio station. All
Hollywood
that.
right there, skipping hop.
There was a weekend right in between. Then he sent me a couple of messages that were a little bit inappropriate.
I remember hearing.
Oh, yeah.
And I just fucked around with
wanted
him.
to-
You know, I'm like going, yeah, I'm a playful guy. I know, Kim, the queen, did not take it so well. And she is one of sweeping declarations. And she said, fuck him. She said, you will not talk to him. She said, it's over, it's done. Don't talk to him at all. Over.
But she was okay with you getting like your own place? Like
Down there, yes. But
Coconut
not with him.
Grove?
I know, not with him though. And you know, and after I got,
right?
yeah, and after I got the Coconut
He
Grove, she's
left
like,
everybody. Kim, the mama, the daddy, everybody stayed. and
well,
you
she was like
living-
arguing with me. She wasn't cool with me getting that. But you know, the Coconut Grove I got, and the reason why I got it so far south was that, you know, I had a gig in October at Zoo Miami, which
I
is, if
remember
you've
that
ever been to Zoo Miami, it's
Halloween
way the fuck
shit.
out there. Yeah.
Once a week?
Ron
or
McGill?
Was that
No,
once a
no,
week?
no. It's by Kendall. It's all the way fucking west,
Whoa.
almost to Homestead.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, it's, yeah.
It used to be Miami Metro Zoo before Hurricane
Right,
Andrew.
right, right. Yeah.
Way the fuck out.
So it was 25 minutes even from my apartment. So
Right.
I got the place in Coconut Grove. So I'm like, if I ever have, and by the way, Cox, the old company, was paying for it.
And see, I thought you got it because you was like bachelor kid. You gotta understand us as fans. When you hauled ass to Miami, at first we was like fucking sell out.
No, I mean,
These motherfuckers have left us to go be extra.
no.
We
No.
knew. I mean,
We
in
was
the
trying to keep
bottom.
a fucking job.
We
Like,
didn't
you
know
had no
all that
idea. Yeah.
detail. You got to understand. We was left high.
we got a
especially the niggas like me who
All right,
just started
Shawntai.
getting on
Right.
board.
But we got a company that won't re-sign us. So we're trying to like
I
stay
got the
on.
411 from my white aunt. That's
So
how I
then-
know all the details.
Right. So
She
then we
followed
got
you forever.
a new company. that
Shantae's
won't
been
re-sign
drinking,
us.
ladies and gentlemen.
So we got the new company that says, no,
Still drinking.
you ain't gonna like be on your old station like we promised you.
See?
So we're fucked there.
But then you're like, oh, you're on the radio because you have no choice but to fucking
then they
feed us
said-
the pipe dream. So you're like, oh, I'm over here in Coconut Grove living it up. I'm over here.
No,
and
no,
we're
no.
like, yes, you were. You were there.
No,
Because you had no choice. You couldn't tell us what was going on.
No.
You had to live life. You were like, oh, I'm in Coconut Grove. I'm over here doing this. I'm hanging out over here.
Had to act like you're having a good time.
Yes, that's
No,
what I'm
no,
saying.
hold
So
on.
we didn't
On
know.
the radio,
We're like,
you
are
had
you
to act like you're having a good
serious?
time because you had to enjoy
Give me a
yourself. That
moment.
was
Cut the fat and let me talk,
difficult.
woman. Cut the fat and let me talk, woman. You're dominating the conversation.
Sorry.
Bitch can't get a word in edgewise.
Let me get a muzzle.
Yeah. She writing the narrative. She writing the whole damn story.
Shantae, well, no way.
Hey,
No
Shawntai,
way.
and like when this, that's how it was, because Shawntai said it. No, it ain't the case. No, so what happened? So I get an apartment down in Coconut Grove, so I got a place to stay when I got to do Zoo Miami. Now, the one thing that was true was even though we retained #1 ratings in West Palm on a Miami radio station, We were told constantly, Palm Beach doesn't exist. Stop talking about them.
Exactly.
Stop talking about it. We were told daily, hey, we heard a Palm Beach reference. Don't mention them.
I heard.
And we said, well, that's bullshit because we were told
History.
we came down here to stay on Wild, and you guys pulled that out. And they
And
said,
not only, how are you not going to talk about the last 15 years of your career on the air? Like, how are you not going to make references?
and they said, how are you going to beat Elvis when you keep talking about Palm Beach? I'm like, well, how are we going to beat Elvis when you motherfuckers won't advertise? So
they keep changing us.
So we had fights
Meanwhile, Coconut
day
Grove,
after day.
living it up.
And they said, the only way you're going to beat Elvis is to play 10 songs an hour. And I said, how?
Hold on, everybody. Excuse me. Can everybody turn to the left real quick? Sorry to interrupt. But
Got someone juggling?
What the fuck?
Is that Drake?
It looks like there's a dude named Drake who looks like Drake who's struggling.
That bitch is so
On a
good.
Tuesday.
That bitch is so talented.
Have you heard that song?
No, I love fucking Drake. He's great. That bitch can juggle too. He's so good.
He does look like Drake.
He does.
Holy fucking shit. Anyway, back to Coconut Grove, living it up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, you were saying, Kevin.
Oh my God. I'm
Stop
sorry to
distracting
say.
us. And
No,
you were
but
saying,
we gotta holler at dude.
No, I need to
Dude.
hear Kevin.
Hey, you, come here.
Shawntai.
Come here.
Oh my Lord.
You. Come hither. Come hither. Really?
Shawntai.
Yes, I am.
Oh my
How
God.
cute are you?
Shantay's flirting.
Dress for the fair.
I kissed White Elvis.
Talk to me.
How far are you going to the world of
Farmer John.
How far are you going to the world of white today?
Obviously,
Wait, white people bathe every day.
She wants to try clean, dude.
You call that man over here, you better talk to this guy.
That's exactly.
All right, wait, no, I want to hear the rest of Kevin's story.
Sorry, bye. Sorry, bye.
Shawntai dabbling a little too white today.
I've been hanging. I got white
Yeah,
people all around.
You got white people all around you. You don't know what to do. Like, you're going too white. We got to bring it
And
back
she
a
loves
little.
it. She loves it so
We
much.
gotta bring this thing a
She
little
even kissed
darker.
a white man today.
Yeah.
We won't
Dirty
talk about
up.
that. That's
these
secret.
people
You don't want to.
Uh-oh, he came back.
Ain't no little kissing a white
Sean
house.
Taylor
Not that
rolled
white.
me over and now she's dissing.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not dissing you.
See how you
What's your name? I'm China Red, by the way.
I'm Davy Bobby.
No, nice to meet you. Are you part of the show?
I'm usually at the chicken tent, so just look for me at the chicken tent.
All right.
I'm on grilled kebab.
All right,
Yeah.
next stop, Chicken Ted.
Can we
Enjoy
get
the
some chicken?
fair,
What are you
guys.
I'm
drinking?
down.
Shawntai, I'm trying to hear Kevin's story.
Have a beer?
I forgot. Miami.
Next stop.
Coconut Grove.
Yeah, you're fascinated with the apartment at Coconut Grove.
Yeah, because I want to know like how you were like totally.
All I
I
have
know
to
you
do
were a
is
fucking.
Small house apartment.
You were living it up.
We got sidetracked. I wanted to hear the end of whatever you were talking about.
You're not old enough to buy a corn dog?
I don't remember what it was.
Wait, we were saying about how you hated it and Kim and it sucked,
No, it's tough. Well, here was the thing.
and then the people paid for
Well,
everything.
I think what we were talking about was the fact that they didn't want us talking about Palm Beach.
Right.
Yes.
And
thank
that
you.
was true. And they didn't like that, yeah. And it was rough because, you'd spend so much time there. And you get that you got to make an impression in Miami. You understand that. But we've always maintained that we could do the exact same show, the exact same sounding show, without changing any of it and appeal to a South Beach crowd, a Fort Lauderdale crowd, a West Palm crowd, a Port St. Lucie crowd, a fucking Melbourne crowd, excuse the F word.
Which they promised that's what the fuck was
And
gonna
that's
happen.
what we've always said.
That's what they said. Dude who left 3 days later, he promised that.
These guys syndicate these fucking shows all over the country.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And it doesn't seem to be a problem, but yet when you want to try to take a show and connect it from Melbourne to Key West, all of a sudden it's impossible.
Everybody's panties are
and we're like, why the fuck is that so impossible?
No habla español.
Because
That's why, because you weren't
But
fucking
no,
Spanish.
but
That's the whole
no,
thing
no,
with
no,
Miami,
no.
because you weren't fucking Spanish.
Well,
they
they-
brought Andreas
to me,
si habla
they
español.
put too much on the Spanish. And yes, Miami is very Spanish,
And
obviously.
all your callers we never understood a fucking word
But
they
there are
said.
enough people that know Spanish too and know English that it wasn't that big of a deal. That it's like, honestly, and we still get the calls today, and you have somebody that, yes, you can tell they definitely Spanish is their first language.
If you live in South Florida, your mindset is already open to conversing and dealing with and learning from people from all different kinds of walks of life.
Yes.
So who the F cares if someone in Miami
I'm sorry.
Spanish?
When you're
They're
from
gonna relate to a
Miami
show
and all
from
you
Palm
do is
Beach.
speak fucking Spanish, because that's all Miami is, you don't
All right,
deal with
Shawntai.
gringos.
But a lot of
like, that's
people-
all it was. They wanted it to be all Spanish. Every caller called in with Spanish. Every caller they took was Spanish. They brought Andrea in, she was Spanish. Spanish, 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 Spanish. Yes, other cultures do accept everything else, but Miami is
But
so
it's a
extra.
mix of everything. You know, the thing I love about South Florida is it really is, to me, it's a mix of everything. But you've got to have your white, you've got to have your black, you've got to have your Spanish. But that's the thing that's great. So I think what's awesome for us now at RMF is we're on a signal that covers West Palm, that covers Broward, and also covers Miami.
Yeah.
And Miami calls us now. We got a call this week from a woman who obviously
her.
Spanish was
I
her
heard
first
her. I
language.
heard her.
And
But
she's
that's
trying
what
to
I'm
say,
saying, so-
look, she's like, don't judge us on whatever you have, and I agree. And
You were talking on the radio, and Jason was ranting and raving about how you believe, that you believe the people in Miami don't like you. Well,
I didn't say, I have never.
never said that. No.
Kevin has never said that.
No,
That's never been me.
Jason kept saying it.
But
you think,
never from Kevin's mouth have I ever said that.
right. So you know what I did? I just so happened to be in Miami at that time.
Yeah.
And I was having lunch later that day with the guy that I was doing a bid for. And I tried to get the girls. I'm asking all the girls that work there. You listen to the KVJ show on the coast? What was it the coast?
Yeah, I
the
think,
hits.
for a while.
Yeah.
Most of them the hits.
Well, I had all the girls at Hooters ready to do a little promo thing telling Kevin and the KVJ show to come back to Miami.
Wow.
You know, but the manager wouldn't let it happen because it has to be approved by corporate.
I think, I really believe if we would have we never got a fair shake. If we got a fair shake, we'd have done well. We never got that. We never got that.
That's all it was, like I said. I'm
didn't get to
sorry.
be
Like,
you.
I am black and white, and I've told you before, I am borderline prejudiced on certain things or whatever, and I know how shit works. They didn't expect that. Like I said, they brought all these Spanish people on the phone.
The problem with it, the bottom line is the audience never got a chance to make a decision.
Exactly. They didn't get a
not
chance.
get one
They might
chance to
have
make a
came
decision.
around. They might have came around. They were coming
And the
around.
audience
A lot
now,
of people were coming around.
what we're having, Shawntai, is the audience now that they can hear us is saying, we never got a chance to say we liked you, and we want to tell you we liked you. But those cocks never gave us a chance
If rain is
to
the
even
number
get
one.
that. Here's the thing I knew was bullshit. They sat me down in a meeting, and it was just me, not Virginia and Jason. And they sat me down and they said, hey, we ran a bunch of your bids past the Miami market. And when they told me, have you ever heard the Ann alarm clock bid?
Yes, of course.
Do you find that funny?
Of course. It's so late.
They said that
All of
rated.
Ann.
They said with the audience in Miami that rated as an F, not a bit
Because
funny.
they're fucking Spanish.
No.
You
It
guys
has
get
not.
it from all angles,
It's
girls.
because the test they ran was bullshit, and they wanted to show that we were ineffective. It didn't matter what we ran. To me, you run that by anyone. I've had so many Spanish people tell me that's hysterical. That's funny, no matter who the fuck you are.
Okay.
That's a funny.
Okay.
No way. That's an
Okay.
A bit. That's the one bit I'll tell you. That's an A bit we did. When they told me that was an F, I knew the test was tainted, and all they did was try to run us out. That's them. It's not on Miami. It's nothing else. And now that we're getting down there,
Cox wasn't gonna let
we're
you
doing
guys
well.
do.
It's about Cox. It's not about Miami. Our problem is with Cox
Right.
Media Group
Right.
Which,
It's not with
yes,
Miami.
fuck you
We love
all day
Miami.
long.
Yes.
Miami is awesome. I'm not gonna say that it's
Miami's
not.
great.
They didn't give it a chance, which I'll say. All I was saying was because of the fact that they base everything on the Hispanic crowd, that they didn't give it a chance. They wanted you to be all Latino. That's
They
why I
had
brought
no.
Andrea in. That's why they brought all these.
Cox
Spanish
thought we
callers
needed
in.
to be overly Latina. It
Right.
wasn't Miami that thought that.
No,
do you think
no, Miami would've given you
wait?
guys
Elvis Duran does very well. Hold on.
Fuck yeah.
Hold on, Shawntai. Elvis Duran does very well in Miami. Do you think that show sounds Hispanic?
No, not one bit.
Okay, so
whatsoever.
why can Elvis Duran do so well in Miami, a very Hispanic market, not sound the least bit Hispanic, and we had to be all Hispanic?
But we already know because of the person who got you guys the job left right away.
So is it management's fault or is it the audience's fault?
Management.
Yep, thank you.
Church. Fuck
Yeah.
that. But guess what? We brought KVJ back to Palm Beach County where they belong. God damn it. KVJ Nation took over the fucking world. Elvis don't got no fans like that.
Yeah, Elvis is great.
No, Elvis is good. I do listen to him.
He's good.
I ain't gonna lie. I switched channels. Elvis, love you. Danielle,
Love Elvis Duran.
Love you. Brittany or whatever the fuck your name is. Love you. Oh shit, he found my phone.
It was up behind.
Holy crap. Thank you, Good Samaritan. Look at that.
I
Uh-huh.
thought you were holding it to record.
White guy, good guy. Yeah, huh?
Somebody just returned Shawntai's phone. Wow.
Go figure, huh?
Nice people still in the world. Hey, do you know who he is?
No, don't stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I took a guess that since she was sitting there,
I know, but
it, could, it
I
might
thought
not
it
have
was
been her.
over there. You're a part of Genius right now. This is the KVJ Show.
Oh, is it?
No, just one.
Yeah, you just want to go
We're the fans.
Do you know of them?
Kevin Rolston?
Yes.
Look at your face, like, whoa!
How you doing, man? Good to meet you, too. I love that shirt. That's awesome.
Oh, thanks.
I love Star Wars.
And what's your name, sir?
John Lafiana.
John. Nice to meet you, John.
Nice to meet you, too.
I'm Jemmy.
We love you.
How do you know? You
That was awesome, dude. I was actually a great
You said
text.
Kevin
How awesome is John? He got your phone when you could have lost your phone. How awesome
Yeah.
is John?
Yes, John is so awesome.
Can we go,
Thank
John?
you.
John. Yeah! All right, that's what
Now
I'm
can you
talking
buy
about.
us drinks?
I'm not buying nothing. Get out of here, Shawntai.
Am I going to have
awesome.
to drive you home?
Uber.
I'm not drunk. I can drive.
Anyway,
We're good.
back to the Hispanics.
John, thank you very much.
Thank you, for real, for real.
You're awesome.
You're the man, John.
Yeah, go ahead. What were you talking about?
Not hating
I'm
on
trying to get you to not hate on
I
Hispanic
don't hate
people.
them. I love your wife. Are you kidding me? The Mexican queen?
No, I love Hispanic people.
I love them too. I'm not saying that. I just feel that they weren't ready for white people.
Well, no, it's
No. Come on.
I don't see.
Can you not agree?
He's telling you.
Can you not agree? Can you not agree? They
I don't
were not
agree.
ready for
They didn't get a
your
taste.
type of humor. No, I'm
They
talking
didn't
about
get a taste.
the station.
They didn't get a
were
taste.
expecting for you guys to come in and be like, woo!
No. No, none of it happened that
Not
way.
the first guy. The first guy. I promise
Hispanic
you the
people,
first-
honestly, Hispanic people really love us. Cubans,
They did. It was
Venezuelans.
the station that expected you
They only had to
guys-
get a fair taste, and they never got a fair taste.
Again, back to the station. They didn't allow you guys to do your thing.
No.
At all. Week 1, we got a taste of KVJ, who we knew. Then
For 3
week
days, yeah.
2,
For
then
3
it was
days.
Like, starting the bullshit.
We got a meeting on
Then
Thursday
it was
saying,
Andrea.
stop what you're doing.
Right, and then it was freaking, and dude was gone. Dude who promised you the pipe dream, he took it and went
Yeah.
to LA with
Yeah.
it.
He's doing well.
Right.
Good for him.
Took his ideas and took it somewhere
He's
else.
bettering himself.
And
With the
you don't
wrong
blame
crowd.
him.
Like, who
Don't
the fuck
blame
do
him.
he got
Yeah.
now? Who does he have
No,
now?
he's doing a great
Who does he
job,
have
yeah.
now? Who do he got now?
We can't judge him. I mean,
No, he's
Who
doing
does
great.
he have now though?
I don't know. He's doing great. He was from
Doing great with who though?
He's from SoCal. I don't know. He's got great stations. He's CBS
With who?
in SoCal.
Is it?
What do you want me to
Whoopi
do?
Goldberg? I mean, who's he hosting?
I don't know. What do you
Okay, so he's nobody.
I don't even know his name.
That's what I'm saying. He's nobody.
If you're in
So
LA, you know.
he's no.
What do you think? I'm a fucking encyclopedia? What do you want?
Fucking,
What do you want
I
from
bet
me?
you he's doing shitty.
He's
First
not-
of all.
What do you? No. All right. Now we're derailing.
No, I'm not derailing. I'm saying
You have no idea.
Came in to sell you guys the pipe dream, right? Then he hauled ass and left to LA to give that dream to somebody else. So who did he give it to?
Let me say this too.
Who is he?
Okay, hold on, Terry. Yeah.
Listen, this is how it goes. The dream that he was promised by this guy, that guy had that same dream. But you know what? Cox Media.
Who does he give it to now?
He got a better dream from CBS. He wanted to go back to where he wanted to live in Southern California.
He doesn't matter. What matters is, you know what? The show didn't work in Miami because it wasn't given a fair chance for the Miami people to hear and know what the KVJ show is about. It had nothing to do with the people. It was all Cox management.
Amen.
Amen.
That's it. Terry preaching the truth.
That's what I was saying.
Preaching the truth. That's what Terry said.
Who the guy?
Terry's
got
right
better
by
than you
him.
guys? I'm trying to ask.
Terry's preaching the truth.
Who the guy got?
Never
better
got a
than you
shot.
guys? That's all I'm asking. Who did he get that was better than you guys? That's all I'm asking.
We went in.
Left to
at
go
Cox
to
Media?
LA.
At Cox Media?
No, the dude who left.
No, he's got like 4 stations.
Listen,
he don't give a shit. He's
When
got
these
4
guys
stations.
went out, he went out too. Okay, it's not like he kicked.
He lived on a different level. Like he's not concerned about one station or one morning show. He's got 4 stations he's looking after.
But
he
who?
took I don't know. He's
No
doing
Kevin,
great.
no
Nah, he's
whoever.
doing in LA. He's doing. I don't know.
I'll guarantee you he's doing.
Shawntai. He's doing fine. He's having a good time. He don't give a shit.
Guy, he's bettering his own career
And his family.
a move that these guys would make.
Our shit
He
just.
had, like,
We
the
wound up. Here's the deal.
I know.
Let me tell you this.
I'm not saying that he's not good or anything like
Let
that.
me boil it all down to one piece of positivity. And here's how it all came out. If we would have just WRMF gave us the signal we wanted to cover Broward and Miami that we never had with Wild. If we would have just left Wild when they wouldn't have signed our contract like we wanted, we would have had to sit out with no pay for 6 months to do that. When we went to Miami and when we came back, it was bullshit. We had to sit out for 3 months, but we got paid the entire time. We didn't miss one day of pay. And what happened? We signed on with WRMF with no missed pay, and we covered that area we wanted to cover, and it was perfect. So it was fucked up, but it all worked out pretty well.
Yes.
And here we go. It's a new ride. It's a new day. And the rate we are at an all-time high with ratings. We are like crushing ratings we ever had. We are destroying South Florida right now with our ratings. It's insane what we're doing.
Like I said, you guys now more being interactive with the fans, recognizing
Yes,
the people.
because of what we learned, because we had to grow over the last year.
It had to happen. It had to happen.
It had to happen because it made us better. And that's a lesson for life. The awful shit you go through in life makes you better and brings you to a better place.
Everything in life is a learning lesson.
If we would have stayed in the same place and did what we did, we'd doing the same stuff, whatever, and we are now bigger, better, badder.
Ever embrace? They would have liked you.
We're growing in Miami right now. Our numbers are growing. And I gotta tell you, Miami radio is scared of us now. They're like, who are these motherfuckers from West Palm that are coming down here and taking our audience?
Everything is here. Your life, your kids, your wife, everything is here. Virginia's life. So it's like
That's it. This is home.
We are the people that embrace.
But yet we still touch into Broward in Miami.
Now.
So we're kind of like the Predator can touch down in there. And the radio stations down there saying, who the fuck are these guys that are taking our numbers now?
How dare you?
How dare you? And so that's what we're doing. We're going down there and we're growing. We're growing in Broward and Miami. And that's it.
I, as a KVJ Nationer, I am ready to do whatever it takes, especially in the South. I am ready to do whatever it
Are
takes.
you ready for Terry in a thong on South Beach? Because it's coming.
That
We've seen
bump,
this
bump
about
that,
the dewdrop.
bump that. That ain't happening. No, but I am ready to take the KVJ.
Terry, we go top 5 in Miami. You are wearing a thong on South Beach.
Dog.
How much money's in that one?
$1,000.
$1,000.
Man, that's a big one.
I only got to run 10 feet in a thong, right?
$1,000, 10 feet in a thong on South Beach.
That much money?
I'm there.
Here we go.
Here
As
first,
long as you
folks.
and Jay are there with me.
Oh, pfft, are you kidding me? I'm going to be naked.
Oh, so will I
You
then.
heard that
Yeah.
here, there, folks.
Ain't no shame in my game.
We go top 5 in Miami. Yeah, I'm naked on South Beach, biatch.
hell yeah.
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 Especially through the topless section. Oh yeah, Daddy's home.
My God.
We're growing, baby. Look out.
Getting sexy up in this piece. All right, peace out, people. Bye. Bye, Jimmy.
You have successfully curved the cube.